Well, hello there. Welcome once again to Kwankyewaa's Kitchen. And if this is your first time stopping by, a very warm welcome to you. So today I'm making meat pie, and I have to say I make some good flaky Ghana meat pie. This is a great recipe. I love it. Everybody that has tried it loves it. So much so that people even order it from me every now and then. Yes, I make money out of this recipe, and I am very stingy with it. So well, I'm sharing it with you today and I hope you enjoy it. I hope that when you try it and it comes out perfect for you, you won't be stingy and you will share it with your friends and family so that everybody can enjoy it. Thank you so much for your love and your support for this channel, and I hope you continue to help me let it grow. Like, comment, subscribe, and please share so that everybody in your network will have a chance to be here, and it will help this channel grow as well. So we're going to make this meat pie. I have some of my ingredients here, and I have to say shout out to my Obuasi fans first. So this recipe, I try to replicate the recipe that Obuasi Sports Club used to make their meat pie with, and this I think comes really close. Obuasi people, agency former, agency inquiry, yeah. So yeah, if you happen to ever eat meat pie from OSC, you know what I'm talking about. It was delicious. Well, this is too. So now that I don't think they make it anymore. So if you want to replicate that, you want to replicate Goldfinger meat pie or any good meat pie out there on the market or in any restaurant, this is a good one. So I hope you like it and I hope you try it. Okay, let's do some bacon. Okay, so I'll be making this meat pie with all fresh vegetables, and I start by prepping them. You could also use frozen vegetables, but I've never done that with my meat pie. I like to have them fresh so you have a good texture, but the choice is yours actually. And yes, I really weigh my ingredients, so I give you an accurate list. Okay, let's take a look at our ingredients. We have our chopped carrots, onions, and potatoes. We have also grated ginger, flour, which is all peppers, an egg, some salt, milk, our ground beef, some grated nutmeg, butter, seasoning cube. And I also added a tablespoon of cooking oil in my pan before I started cooking the meat. I have my skillet warmed and I added in my oil and the ground beef. And now we are going to cook this until it is brown. I add in my salt, seasoning cube, which is the Maggi tablet. Give it a good stir. And now I'll add my grated ginger, which is about a tablespoon. Stir, cover, and let this cook for about 5 minutes until your meat is cooked. Now the meat is all browned and cooked, and I have added in my chopped potatoes. I'm adding the carrots now and the onions. And I'll give this a stir. And at this point, I'm not going to let it cook for much longer because when you bake the meat pie, it is going to cook some more and you don't want to overcook it, or, there'll be no point in having the vegetables if they are all soft. So I just covered it for about another 2 minutes and this looks like it's good. It's perfect. So I'm just going to turn it off. So now we are going to mix our dry ingredients, which happens to be our flour, salt, and grated nutmeg. Stir, set aside, and now we are going to cut up our butter into cubes because this helps in the mixing process. It makes it faster and easier. And because you don't want to have any heat, the butter is straight from the fridge. It's solid, and that's how you want it. It has to be chilled. And so we are going to cut it into cubes to make the mixing easier. This butter is Kerrygold, which I strongly recommend to you for your baking. I make my bread with it most of the time. It is what I made the banana bread with. And speaking of, do well to check out my banana bread recipe, and most especially the sugar bread recipe. I am proud of that sugar bread recipe. It makes such great bread. Everybody that has tried it loves it. So do well to try it too. So I use the pastry mixer to mix this, but I'm also trying to demonstrate with my hands now, so that if you don't have this little tool, you could use your hand. And to be sure that your pastry is good, it has enough butter, you will do this. When you press it between your fingers, you know, you make a fist with it, it crumbs up. You would have to flick it up again. So that means you have enough butter, and for this pie, you need a good amount of butter to make it good. I just made a whirl in my flour mix and poured in my milk. Yes, I'm using only milk. I normally just use milk for my pie crust, and it makes it richer and flakier. And if it is whole milk, but if you happen to use evaporated milk, I would recommend that you do half and half. So you mix it with some water. So now we have our perfect pie crust, and now I'm going to wrap it up in plastic wrap and refrigerate for 30 minutes to an hour. So it's ready to go in the fridge. And I actually let it sit for an hour, and after an hour it is set perfectly, and my filling is chilled enough that I can continue with my meat pie. So you take a little piece of your crust, roll it on a clean surface, and I'm doing it right on my countertop, which I have cleaned. You could do it on a chopping board. I use the pie mold, also called empanada press, to cut out the shape for my pie. You could use a lid, a bowl, whatever you have, so far as it makes a perfect circle and cuts easily through your crust, and it's good. And so I brush the edges of my pastry with some egg wash, and this helps for you to be able to seal it. And then I have filled it with my meat. Actually, I have put the filling in it. It's not just meat, but it has other stuff. And now I'm going to approximate the edges just like that, and using my index finger, make these indentations to seal it completely. You could use a fork as well, or you could actually use the mold, fill it, and close it up, and then you get your meat pie shape. But I prefer to use my finger. And you repeat this until you're done. And once you're done, I am now brushing my meat pie with the rest of the egg wash. And this allows you to have a beautiful golden glossy meat pie. The top of it looks beautiful when you put that. And I love my bright yellow yolks. It makes it even better. And now with a fork, I'm going to make holes on the surface of the meat pie. I do it twice on each, and this helps your meat pie to vent so it cooks beautifully. And now it's ready to go in the oven. And the oven is preheated at 360 degrees. And we are going to be baking these meat pies in it for 30 to 40 minutes. So I set it in the middle rack, on the middle rack. And 35 minutes later, it is beautifully baked, golden, glossy, smells divine. And of course, sometimes just because you use the egg a lot, like a generous amount of egg wash, it spreads, and you feel like you're pie is a little bit stuck around the edges onto the pan, so I'm just using a spatula to lift it before I try to pick it up. That way you don't break them. And now I am going to set them up here on a cooling rack so that they cool down beautifully. Just look at that. Just beautiful. And let's break into it just so you see. Look, so moist inside. The meat is not dry at all. The filling is not dry. It is moist. The crust is flaky. It is evenly cooked. Even look at the bottom. It is perfect. It smells amazing. It tastes divine. And all my people that love this meat pie, those that order it for me will attest to it that this meat pie is something else. And now it's no more my secret. It's out here for you to try it and to share it. And I hope you do try it because I make these videos not just for the beauty of it, but I want them to be tried, enjoyed, and spread around. And I am going to enjoy some with my friends. I made this chilled sobolo, which is like champagne with your wine. I don't know. We just can't do without sobolo. And if you have this meat pie, you need something good and refreshing to go with it. And that is exactly what we are about to do. So are you going to try this? I hope you do. And until I come your way next time with something delicious, be loving, be kind, be happy.